Hi, Vic, the ENT surgeon here. Again, a quick video because I don't have an awful lot of time this weekend, but I want to tell you about the Restera implant. This is an implant which I've talked about in one of my other videos, and I'll put a link to it over here, the future of implants. So it's not the Inspire implant, the one that uses sort of like pacemaker technology with a wire that goes to the nerve here, or the Genio implant, which is like a chip that goes under here and supplies both nerves and treats different parts of the throat. This is the Restera implant, which is the idea is that you sit in a chair like that one there, and with an ultrasound, I find the nerve or nerves that we want to use, and we implant these tiny little implants with a little lead coming off them. And that way we can pinpoint or target the different parts of the throat that are causing obstructive sleep apnea in the individual patient in front of us. So it's great because I've done some trials, I think it was February, April last year, and enormous success. I'm actually looking at the data now, and hopefully we're going to write a paper about it. And it even worked on people who were quite large, like a high BMI, so 35, a BMI 35 plus. It worked on people with quite large tonsils, people who didn't want their tonsils removed. So the other advantage is that, yeah, other than the fact you could just do it in a chair, plug it in, put it in the nerves and the muscles that you want it in, you can use it straight away. You can use it that night. You don't have to wait for an activation period. What I mean by that is that with the Genio and the Inspire implant, they need a couple of weeks to sort of bed in before we turn the machine on. So, for example, I turned on an implant yesterday. A very nice guy who had a Inspire implant, and it was quite interesting to see because normally you sort of put the electrical current in and you expect to see, at a certain level. But because we got it quite close to the nerve, his tongue moved forward even at very low levels. So he couldn't feel anything, but his tongue was still moving forward. So it's an interesting sort of look of sort of wonder in his eyes. And he was like, oh, wow, my tongue's moving forward out of the way. So hopefully he'll do really well. And I'll let you know how these patients do as they go through. But I'm talking about Restera today. And the idea is that uh, we put these implants in, and they all have these little wires coming off them. And I put a little picture of it here. And because you can target exactly where you want to go, and you can turn it on the same night, you don't have to wait those 2 months for it to bed in. Even without any calibration or anything, I think they found on their first initial trials that there was a 63% reduction in their sleep apnea on the first night. So it's really, really exciting that you can get this. It's not out yet. Um, However, there are the company has spoken to me and said that they would like to do a trial for my patients at the Royal National ENT Hospital and hopefully also at Queen's Hospital in Romford. We want to do a trial where we are implanting these things and then leaving them in there for 6 months, hopefully this year. Hopefully. Obviously, investors and funding and ethics and all that sort of stuff. But that's exciting for me that I can put these in and say, look, go home, try it. We're going to do a sleep study. We're going to calibrate it. We're going to learn a lot about it. And if it works for you, great. And if it doesn't, it's a bit of the process. I'll still treat you as I've treated everyone else, and I'll get your AHI down. I'll try and get you seen by all the other people in the team so we can make your sleep as good as possible. But if it works for you, plug these things in, and that's the end. That would be fantastic. I forgot to mention the way we are powering these, because these little tiny little implants haven't got a battery attached to them, and they've got this little wire. As far as I understand, we're still trying to work out what sort of power source we're going to use. There's a wearable on the neck where you can just stick something here or just around here, something like that, that can power it. That's one way. But I think some people, the team are thinking, well, maybe it's not nice for something to be around your neck. So the other option is to do a pillow, put the battery in the pillow, um, all sorts of things in pajamas or something like that. So all these ideas are coming up, and it may be that we make several different products that power this device. Because some people just like, oh, I'm all right with a thing, just like a necklace around my neck or something like that. Or "Oh, I'd love to have a pillow, and I'll just make sure I take that pillow on holiday with me or something like that. So it's different for everyone, and having several products that will power the energy for these devices. So I think some people would like that. Anyway, um, if you're interested and you're one of my patients on the NHS, do reach out. Maybe join my newsletter in the video description below. I will send out an email that explains about what's going on and if the trial is going ahead. If you want to be involved, I'll email everyone and just get in touch with me on the NHS and we'll get this sorted out for you. Um, really exciting times, huh? I'll see you later. Bye bye.